So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nanda Defiana. My number student is 202002019. Here is I would like to explain the clauses and types of sentence. And then this is the final test of intermediate English grammar. So, let's begin. In this first slide is clauses. There is three types of clauses. They are adjective clause, noun clause, and adverb clause. So number one is adjective clause. Adjective clause is an adjective modifiers a noun and it's describe or give us information about a noun. And there is relative pronouns are who, whom, which, whose, that. And an adjective clause immediately follows the noun, its modifier. So this is example sentence with adjective clause. Meanwhile, two passengers who share a room on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship test positive for COVID-19 during required end of cruise testing on the Celebrity Millennium ships. And the adjective clause is who share a room on a Royal Caribbean. And the independent clause is two passengers who shared a room on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship test positive for COVID-19 during record and of cruise testing on the Celebrity Millennium ships. And the conjunctions is meanwhile. Number two is noun clause, a dependent clause that acts as a noun. So this is for the example of noun clause. The G7 nations announced Friday that they will donate 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses to low and medium income nations. The noun clause is that they will donate, and the independent clause is the G7 nations announced Friday, and the dependent clause is that they will donate 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses to low and medium income nations. And the conjunction is and. It is a coordinating conjunction. So the next is adverb clause, a dependent clause that functions as an adverb in a sentence, needs punctuation comma. And this is a sentence with adverb clause. After I got married, friends didn't really come around anymore, she says. An adverb clause is after I got married and also dependent clause. And the independent clause is friends didn't really come around anymore and she says. And subordinating conjunction in here is after. So the next materials is types of sentence. The types of sentence is structural and the number of clauses. And here is the types of sentence that simple sentence, compound sentence, complex compound sentence, and compound complex sentence. Number one, simple sentence. The sentence from the search is vaccine passport will be most common on international flights. And the types of the sentence is simple. Number of clause is only one, only independent clause. Vaccine passport will be most common on international flights. And a simple sentence is a sentence which consists of one independent clause, with no dependent clause. Number two, compound sentence. The example is, its second set of hearings will take place in September, and final ruling is scheduled for December. And the types of sentence is compound, and the number of clause is two independent clause. Its second set of hearings will take place in September, and final ruling is scheduled for December. And there is conjunction is and, the coordinating conjunction. And the compound sentence is made by joining two independent clauses together with conjunctions. Number three, complex sentence. The sentence with complex sentence is member nation must now give their approval to the app, which is viewed as a formality. And the number of clauses is there are two clauses, the independent clause and dependent clause. The independent clause is member nation must now give their approval to the app. And the dependent clause is which is viewed as a formality, and the conjunction is which. the subordinating conjunction. The complex sentence is one main clause or one independent clause plus minimal one subject clause or minimal one dependent clause or more, and subordinating conjunction like that, because, now, that, and etc. So the next one is compound complex sentence. The example of compound complex sentence is a few more patients that develop this side effect after receiving these vaccines, according to reports from the United States and Israel, but regulators have not determined whether the vaccines. And the number of clauses is there are 3 clauses and 2 independent clauses. The 2 independent clause is a few more patients than develop this side effect after receiving these vaccines, but regulators have not determined whether the vaccines are responsible. And there are 1 dependent clause is according to report from the United States and Israel, and the conjunction is after and but. And the last is complex compound sentence. In a region already awash with labs, processor, and drug network skill in the logistics of moving tons of product to the market, Myanmar's fast-forward descent into instability is a cause of concern. And the number of clauses is 3. There are 1 dependent clause in a region already awash with labs, and 2 independent clauses, processor and drug network skill in the logistics of moving tons of product to the market, and Myanmar's fast-forward descent into instability in a cause of concern. And there is conjunction is and. Compound complex sentence and complex compound sentence, the difference of this is if compound complex sentence is independent clause first, then dependent clauses, and complex compound sentence, the first dependent clause and then independent clause. So this is my explanation about clauses and types of sentence. So I'm so sorry if there are many mistakes, and thank you and have a great day.